Or whenever you're ready. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on Focus on Switzerland. It's Nikki Diega, the Vic TAS BDM. I'm here in the office today and I've got Sophia helping me. So just like normal, or for anyone that's new, we do have the question box that you can submit questions at any time. If it's obviously something that Sophia can quickly answer, then she'll do that. Otherwise, she'll send it through to me and we can do it out loud, or if we're getting the same questions a couple of times. So today we are looking at Switzerland as a destination. We do have a couple of new things going on with Switzerland, which is always exciting anyway, but even more exciting in 2019. So today's webinar is going to cover a couple of things. The first thing we'll have is reasons to travel to Switzerland. We'll then go over tickets and passes, Swiss packages, the SCENIC train, what's new for 2019, and the current promotions. 4 reasons to travel to Switzerland. So the reason one would be the panoramic trains. I think Switzerland panoramic trains are probably one of the most well known. Outside of a product like the Eurostar, people generally come up and tell me they want to do the Glacier Express or they want to do the BERNINA Express at Expo. So it's by far an amazing product and something that people know by name. So Switzerland does have a couple of SCENIC trains. They have panoramic domed windows on most of them, and they highlight the best scenery in Switzerland. So a lot of these trains will travel around mountains or past lakes or through some of those areas which are a lot nicer than just sort of the standard fastest point-to-point connection between two cities. Reason 2 is the carefree travel. So Switzerland has one of the best public transport network in the world. Their trains are efficient and they're frequent. They have a regular interval timetable, so they are always reliable, in meaning that they always kind of depart on the same minute past the hour. But they also have a bit of a rule in Switzerland where every city has to have at least a train or a bus come to that city in each direction every hour between, I think it's like 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. So Andy explained that in our webinar last year, but it does mean that you can pretty much get anywhere within Switzerland. They have harmonized timetable and guaranteed connection. So the connection won't necessarily wait for people, but it does mean that their timetable is set up to allow people to connect between 2 trains or a train and a bus where they're finding that people are traveling to the most. So they will give adequate time to get from one platform to another on a connecting service. And seat reservations are not required on most trains other than SCENIC trains. So this means that your clients can have a lot of freedom when traveling on trains in Switzerland. There's a wide range of tickets and pass options, and we will go through some of them, but the main thing to understand with Switzerland, when it comes to using a Swiss pass, they are a national transport pass. So they do have buses, boats and trains that are included as part of the pass. They do have public transport in 90 cities and over 500 museums. So we'll go over that a bit more, but there is a wide range of tickets. So the passes do offer value for money. There is total freedom of choice and they're family friendly. They also have amazing international connections. So with Germany, you've got Deutsche Bahn services that operate through to Frankfurt and Munich. France with the TGV Lyria, so you can get direct services from Paris into Basel, Geneva, Zurich, Luzern and Interlaken and Bern. With Austria, you've got your OBB and with the railjet services connecting in through the east of Switzerland. And then Italy, you've got both the Gotthard and also the Domodossola tunnel connections as well. So Milan to Brig through the Domodossola tunnel, and you can also do Milan up into Zurich via the Gotthard base tunnel. The tickets and pass options that there are. So we have the Swiss Travel Pass. These come in consecutive and flexi day options. There is the Swiss Half Fare Card. So the Swiss Half Fare Card is valid over a period of time and it basically gives tickets for half price. And then we have the free Swiss Family Card. So the Swiss Family Card is for any families traveling with children between 6 and 16. These children are free. So there is a little bit of a trick with the family card because you can still purchase a individual child, but if you are doing families through Switzerland, just make sure you don't pay for that child as a separate ticket. You do the adults and then you add on the family card. So the Swiss Half Fare card, so it's 50% discount on all rail tickets and public transport fares. These are good for someone who's in Switzerland for a long time, but they're doing really short journeys. So they may get more of a benefit out of that half fare card. And then, of course, the travel pass. So these are good for clients doing 3 journeys or more. So as I said before, they come in flexi or continuous days. Just one thing about the bonuses, do remember, is that if you're using, or the clients are using, either a free or a discounted bonus, it does use a travel day. So with Ural, if they use one of the discounts, it doesn't. However, in Swiss, it does. So if your clients are purchasing a flexi pass and on a non-travel day they're going to a museum, they will mark off a day on that pass. So just make sure you take that into consideration when you're looking at their itinerary. You may find that the consecutive option is going to be better just to have their entire trip covered. So 3 tips for planning. So consider a rail pass. Often when we have people compare the cost of a Ural to a Swiss pass, they are like, the Swiss pass is more expensive per day. But do remember that it is a full travel pass. So they do get all those buses, boats and trains. They get the mountaintop discounts. They get the 500 museums that they can enter for free on travel days. Seat reservations, so they're not compulsory on local services, but we definitely recommend booking them on any scenic train as early as possible. And that's tip number 3. And so we can load the Swiss scenic trains into our system. So if you are doing a Swiss pass 4 or 5 months in advance, do let the team at our Rail Europe office know, and they will load the Swiss scenic train in for when it is open for sale. So Swiss packages. There is a whole bunch of them really that start from anywhere from 3 to 13 days. And they include scenic trains, your standard trains. They include mountain peaks and mountaintop excursions. They also include hotel accommodation, including breakfast, in some really amazing properties throughout Switzerland. So the benefits of the Swiss package is that the planning is already done. So we do have basically the preset itineraries, and clients just pick how long they want, which one they want to do essentially. The transport and accommodation seamlessly connect. So we do have a bunch of properties in each city, but they are all located within walking distance of the train stations. So that is designed for the simplicity of it. And then there's also 50% off additional side trips as well. So the Ultimate Grand Train Tour of Switzerland is a new package for 2019. And this is a 13-day package. So it is a fully independent tour. They won't have anyone with them. It combines all Swiss scenic trains and boat journeys. So they do the main scenic trains basically as a big loop, and they also travel on the William Tell paddle steamer across Lake Luzern. It includes 2 night stays in Basel, including a city card. So all of the accommodation on this one is a 4-star, except for Basel, which is a 3.5-star premium. You can see the accommodation on our website, and I think it probably looks a little bit better than a 3.5-star. It looks pretty schmick. The package also includes the Jungfrau Joch day trip, so they have that included, and then 50% discount on all additional Swiss mountain excursions and activities. So outside of the actual train journeys in the Jungfrau, they will have the rest of the days free. It is a 13-day itinerary. However, we can add nights in. So if you do have clients interested in doing this journey, they just need to complete all the mentioned rail segments within a month, and we can pop in extra days if they would like that. Looking at the Swiss scenic trains, so the Glacier Express, probably one of the most well-known ones, the slowest express train in the world. It travels from Zermatt through to St. Moritz, or vice versa, over approximately 8 hours. It features first and second class panoramic carriages, so they get great views in both first and second, but it does not operate all year round. So it operates between December and October and has a bit of a break in December for maintenance. Seat reservations are compulsory on this service, so we do recommend, if you can, as early as possible, at least 90 days or roughly 90 days prior it opens, and just because it is so popular. There are certain times of the year where there'll only be one train in each direction, and then up to peak there's 4. So there is definitely a lot more during the peak period, but they still sell out very quickly. The meals can be purchased on board from passengers in first class. There is a 3-course meal that they can add on. We currently cannot book it, but we can definitely send you the information for that. 2019, we do have a brand new class on the Glacier Express. It's called Excellence Class. It looks pretty nice. It basically looks very similar to a Rocky Mountaineer Silverleaf service. So there are 20 seats per train, and they are a 1-1 configuration. So everyone is guaranteed a window seat, and if you do have 2 people traveling together, they will be facing each other. They get full reclining heat bum warmer heater things in their seats as well, and they do recline, so they can lounge however they would like. The Excellence Class bar has exclusive access for Excellence Class, so there would be no other people walking through these carriages. They get premium seats. They do have a tablet for onboard entertainment, and there is a restroom in their carriage that is exclusively for them. So you can see the train map down the bottom there, the carriage map. They also have a concierge host in the Excellence Class to give them direct information at their seat. There is also a welcome desk and personal check-in on the platform, and their luggage is stored at dedicated lockable sections on the train in a different carriage. The clients will also get a full meal service on this one, included as part of the cost. So they will get coffee, juice, champagne and brioche, aperitif and amuse-bouche, seasonal, regional, 5-course meal including wine accompaniment, coffee and digestive with a coffret of chocolates, tea time in the afternoon with goodies, soft drinks and fresh juices, and snacks available throughout the day. So this will be coming very soon to Rail Europe. We'll be able to give more information about it in March. It will be included on the pass. And they will also be able to add this on as a Swiss package. And at the moment, I think we're looking at around $500 to reserve a seat on this service, approximately. So that would be on top of the cost of their ticket or pass. So it is really quite a unique experience. I've had really good feedback speaking to agents about this, even though obviously the cost is a little bit higher. Definitely agents have already said that their clients would be 100% willing to pay because the Glacier Express is such a highlight of their Swiss journey. The next train we have is the BERNINA Express. So the BERNINA Express travels from Chur to Tirano by train and then travels to Tirano to Lugano by bus. If your clients are doing the Glacier Express to St. Moritz, they can definitely pick up the BERNINA Express in St. Moritz. And of course, the big attraction here is the Landwasser Viaduct, which is the train that travels over the bridge straight into the mountain that you've probably seen if you've ever looked at a picture of a Swiss scenic train. The duration of this one from Chur to Tirano is 4 hours 15 minutes, and then it is 3 hours by bus. The bus only operates between February and November, so it does not operate during the winter, and the BERNINA Express train travels from December to October. This one, especially either Tirano or Lugano, also offers great access into Italy. So if the clients do want to go to Tirano and then head down via Lake Como, that is an option as well. Otherwise, they can take the bus through to Lugano and come back into Switzerland. The Gotthard Panoramic Express, so this one was previously called the William Tell. It incorporates the William Tell paddle steamer across Lake Luzern. They'll then change in Fluelen. The change is really simple. I think they get about 20 or 30 minutes to transfer, but basically the boat pulls up to the jetty. You walk off the jetty over a road and you're at the station. It's very, very simple. And then once they get on in Fluelen, they'll then travel from there south to Lugano via the Gotthard-based tunnel. So this one is also a panoramic train, but there will be a little bit of section of darkness through the tunnel through the middle, and it travels down to Lugano or vice versa. The Golden Pass line, so we do have so we've got two exciting routes with this one. The Golden Pass line is a little bit different and it does cause the most confusion. What the train line as total is, it is actually a breakup of a couple of different services. So you do have between Montreux and Zwiesman on the Golden Pass with the Panoramic that offers the VIP seats, and that one they're over the driver. And then you do a regional train, and then you can connect back on to the Panoramic train between Interlaken and Luzern. So basically, when you're looking at the timetable for this one, you do have a bunch of different train numbers on there. So every time you see a new train number, that would require a change. The line is really nice. It is a really scenic journey. I have done this one, especially around Lucerne, between Lucerne and Interlaken. It travels around the lakes for a period of time, and it's very, very pretty. However, just remember that when you're looking at the timetable, because it can cause a little bit of confusion. So some product changes for 2019. So we do have a new product, which is the Bernese Oberland Pass. So it's a regional pass for the Berner Oberland, and it basically offers a full sightseeing pass. So we already have a Jungfrau one, which is a 3-day VIP pass over the summer, where the clients basically have access to the cable cars and the mountaintops in the Jungfrau region. Well, this one is just a little bit more of an extension of that. So it includes train, bus, boat, mountain railways, and cable cars throughout Bern, Lucerne, Brig, and Interlaken. And it comes over 3, 4, 6, 8, or 10 consecutive days in both first and second class. So this might be in addition if you're finding the clients are traveling in that region for a long time and they're going to be doing a lot of the mountaintops. You can always have this in addition to the rail pass, or of course separately as well. We also have 2 new mountaintop products. So most of the mountaintops as well, like whether you're looking at them in our brochure or on the Rail Europe website, you can sell these products to your clients as a sightseeing product before. Some of them will offer a discount for a Swiss Pass, and you will be able to see that Swiss Pass discount on the pricing as well. So it's definitely a good option for clients who are planning to do this, for basically you to do them for them before they leave. So these 2 products, the Blauherd and Monte Generoso, these will be loaded into our system very soon. So they're not in there just yet, but they are coming very soon. So Blauherd is a funicular between Zermatt and SCENIC. Shelley said this really well on her version of this webinar in New Zealand, but SCENIC. And then it's a cable way from there up to Blauherd. So it does replace the Rothorn cable car, which is out of service. And then the Monte Generoso arrives by boat from Lugano or public transport via Capolato, and then the Viva Rockway Railway up to Generoso from there. So they're 2 new products that we'll have for 2019 coming very soon. Switzerland also, a new package coming very soon is the BERNINA Express Rail and Hotels. So it's just a very short itinerary. It's a 3-day, 2-night, and it essentially just includes travel from any Swiss border or airport to Chur or St. Moritz, overnight there, BERNINA Express the next day, and then exit the day after. So we used to have a product called the Swiss Transfer Ticket, which doesn't exist anymore, which was valid from airport or border station to one destination in an hour. So essentially, this is kind of what some of these packages are doing. So if they are arriving into Basel, then day 1 would include their travel from Basel to Chur. If they're arriving to Geneva, same. It just gives them access to that start point, and then again on the day 3. Current promos. So we do have a promotion which goes until the 29th of March, which is for free days on the Swiss consecutive pass. So the 4-day pass gets 1 free day, and then the 8-day pass gets 2 free days. So 4 goes to 5, 8 goes to 10. And they do have to travel between the 1st of April and the 30th of September. So keep in mind, of course, that the consecutive passes are worth their money because what they do on the off days. So if they do want to get from Geneva, they can take a boat over to Evian, have some water, get a boat back to Lausanne, go see the Olympic Museum, train to Montreux, stop off at the Champagne area on the way or the wineries on the way, go to Montreux Castle and then train through Interlaken. That would be 1 day on a Swiss pass, and all those things would be included, including the museum and the castle. So when you are looking at the itinerary, just go into the bonuses tab, have a full list, have a look at the list of what's there, because you may find the consecutive pass is going to be a good option. And with the free travel days, it works out even better. So does anybody have any questions that they would like to send through? Of course, this webinar will be available after we will send out the links to everyone, or you'll be able to access it via our YouTube channel or via the agent resources on the Rail Europe website. For anyone who did miss our last webinar, we covered the what's new in 2019. So that one was really good because we did go over all of the changes that are happening or that have happened for Eurail passes. There's been some really big changes with the Eurail Global and all of that. So do go back and check on that one. Otherwise, if you do just go onto the Rail Europe homepage, then you'll see the what's new PDF there. We do also have the pop-up still on the homepage, which just goes over our name change. So you can still use either the railplus.com.au URL, or you can use agents.raileurope.com.au. Just make sure you're logged in, but we have changed over our name from RailPlus to Rail Europe, and it means some really good changes for you guys as well. You may have also seen this week that our booking fees have changed. So online it is now $15 per file, and there is no postage fee even if it does have paper tickets. But if your booking total of your file is over $5.99, then the postage and the booking fee is $0. So there'll be no additional fees to be paid on top of the cost of the ticket values or pass values. So that's a really good change. It's obviously a big reduction from a couple of years ago. So hopefully that'll just help to sell more rail as well. So we have a question. So someone just said, do you print your own tickets, or are they now sent hard copy? There is a couple of the passes that are e-tickets that we will send, and we do need a couple of days to send those out. So it's not as instant as some of the Eurail products. All Swiss tickets are paper, and all the seat reservations are paper. So we will post those out. The clients will need them. The other thing we have, which I totally forgot to mention, was the luggage transfer service. That one we do also send paper out. So basically we can pre-book clients' luggage transfer. So if they were doing the mentioned itinerary that I said before, then someone would meet them at their hotel in Geneva, take their bag and drop it off to their hotel in Interlaken. So that's in the sightseeing as well. So we do send those out, the bag tags. Of course, there's no delivery fee for that. The Swiss packages, they do actually get their documentation at their first hotel. So for the ultimate Grand Train tour. So there is a little bit of a mixture with some of the packages and products and sightseeing in Switzerland, that they're all a little bit different. But if you're not sure, just jump on chat, ask the guys, and they can let you know pretty much straight away which option it's going to be. We do use courier, so they will generally arrive to you between 1 and 2 days as well. But yeah, the Swiss luggage transfer service it's not everywhere, so it's not car-free towns that we can transfer their bags between, but we do have that on the website as well. Any other questions? Cool. So we don't have any other questions. So thanks everyone so much for tuning in today. Our next webinar, we are looking at France at the moment. So that may change, but we will send an email out. It's most likely going to be on France. If you have any questions about Switzerland, if you would like some more training on any of the Swiss products, please reach out to your rep. So that would be myself, Nikki in Vic and Taz, Alicia for SA and WA, Matt in New South Wales and ACT, and Larry for Northern New South Wales, Queensland and Northern Territory. So if you would like any more training, just reach out. Pretty sure we've all been to Switzerland now. So yeah, we're all big fans of the country and the rail network and the Swiss scenic trains, the mountaintops and everything else. It's all beautiful and fantastic. So do let us know. And if you have, anything else, any other feedback, please send it through. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in.